Welcome everyone. Wow, this is day 3 of the More Challenge. It's really exciting. My name is Nnoka and I'm the More Coach. I'm really excited to be taking you through our topic today, which is habits to become more. Right? So if you want to live a better life, if you want more out of life, if you want a change in your life, then you need to start creating good habits today. Your habits make or mar you, right? Because we are creatures of habits. Your habits are the things that you have unconsciously or consciously done that has taken you to this level. So if you need something more, then the habits that got you to this level are not the same habits that are going to take you to the next level. Right? So it's very important for us to note this and take this challenge very seriously, because today's challenge is actually designed to help you improve your career, your personal life, your health, your finances, your relationships, and even the planet at large. Right? So you would want to ask yourself, how can I intentionally create good habits that I would love to embrace daily? Right? So this is what we're going to be looking at. Right? But before we go into that, the first thing we want to ask ourselves is, what bad habits are holding you back? What bad habits are holding us back? Now, you need to take time out, sit down, and identify the habits that keep holding you back, like default habits that derail you from your progress, right? An example of that may be procrastination, eating late, not exercising, not eating healthy, beating ourselves up mentally. And I'm talking about different habits from different areas of your life. All right. Because some of this usually come up, especially when we've started gaining momentum in our lives in something that we want. And then all of a sudden, this come up and then we get frustrated or we go back to square one. All right. So we want to understand these habits. First of all, write out the habit, identify this bad habit. What is it? And then reflect on the triggers that cause it. And let me give you an example. A trigger would cause procrastination is overwhelm. Yes, because I was a very, very good procrastinator, if there's anything like that, right? So I would, come up with an idea. It's very good, it's very big, but because my mind, is overwhelmed by how big it is, I would keep it aside and come up with excuses as to why I will not do this right now. So if you understand that, oh, okay, so this is caused by overwhelm. The third step would be, how can I modify or replace this so that I can minimize the triggers or even avoid the triggers completely? Right? So with the example of procrastination, the problem is I am overwhelmed by a big task, right? And I'm thinking of how I'm going to do everything and try to get it perfect. And some of us, the trigger may be perfection for procrastination. So that's just an example, right? So if my trigger for procrastination is overwhelm, then I want to break down my goals into smaller goals so that I can achieve them. Because how do you eat an elephant? By taking a bite, at a time. So I break down my goals, then celebrate myself as I'm achieving that. So that keeps me going. And so that was a way I was able to modify or replace things that caused my triggers. All right. Or if you're a perfectionist, like I was as well. So I'm giving you examples, life examples, because I was there. So I'm not giving you things that I haven't been through, right? And when I found out that I wanted to do everything perfect, I stopped trying to be perfect and replaced my perfection with progress. All right. So I started doing that. And every time I wanted something perfect, I'll say, let me start first. Let me put it out there, and I can amend it as I go. And when I started doing that, procrastination reduced to the barest minimum. So what is that trigger for you? Right? So the first thing is for you to think about the bad habit, identify it, reflect and identify it. Then reflect on what usually causes those triggers that bring up the bad habits. Then you look for a way to replace it or avoid the triggers. Then you want to be consistent with the new habit for about 30 days minimum. Make it fun. In that way, you're changing your programming. You have taken off the bad habit and replaced it, so you're on a new program because you want a change, right? So the next step would be, what habits do I want to renew me daily and activate the right energy and potential within? Please make sure you're writing, okay, so that you can get the best out of this. What habits do I want to renew me daily and activate the right energy and potential within? And before you even go into what habits they are, you want to even know why you want to do these habits. Because sometimes you can write habits and then you don't do that because you're not motivated. So you want to ask yourself, why do I want to do these habits? You can start by saying, I want to write my goals into smaller bits so that I can reduce overwhelm. Or you say, so that I can be more productive. All right. I want to start my journey in bits so that I can be progressive instead of stagnant. All of these things you have written out would help you be more motivated to pursue and be consistent in your new goals, right? Then you want to ask yourself, these habits that I'm trying to establish here, are there cultural expectations or other expectations that have made me, jump into these habits other than me wanting to live a better life for myself? Check it out. Be sure that you are doing these habits because you want a better life, right? Then write out at least 2 habits that will help you in these areas. So I'm going to list them out. Number 1, health and fitness. Number 2, finances. Number 3, career. Number 4, family. Number 5, personal development. Number 6, spiritual life. Number 7, self-care and emotional life. Yes, don't forget that you need to take care of yourself and your emotional life, right? What are the habits that can make you better in your emotional life? Is it not overthinking? Is it keep taking out anxiety? Is it meditating? What is it? So all of these habits, you need to put them in place. Then your love and relationships, right? Number 8, love and relationships. And then number 9, the quality of life. Yes, what habits would you put in place so that the quality of your life becomes better? The way you want to live your life begins to change because of the habits you change in your life as well, or you inculcate in your life. So for today, I want us to do some things, right? Number 1, and I want everyone to do this, please. This would help you a lot. So starting today, Number one, I want us to write down at least 3 things that we're grateful for. Write at least 3 things you're grateful for. Right? And then number two, I want you to just compliment a stranger. Someone you've never seen before. Just say, "Oh, I love your shirt," or "I love what you're wearing," and truly mean it. Don't just say things, but say it and mean it. Compliment them. Look for something to compliment a stranger for. And then say to at least 2 people. Yeah, let's make it two. 2 people that you don't know. Say to them, "I bless you and your life is magnificent." So what you're doing is you're identifying the magnificence in their life, which is also true for you. So you begin to look at them not for who they represent, they are representing physically, their bodies, but you're beginning to look at how beautiful the person behind the body is as well. So it's a habit you want to inculcate so that you start to see the good in others. And of course, that translates to you seeing the good in you as well. All right. So that's an act I want us to do today. And then I want us to try a different or a random act of kindness today. Something different, something you've not done for someone today. Let's do it today. All right. Try a random act of kindness today. Then ask people, like 2 people at least, "How are you?" So these 2 people are different from the others. Just ask 2 people, "How are you today?" and listen to their response. Don't just say, "How are you?" and move on. Ask them, "How are you?" Listen to their response. All right. Then hydrate yourself today. Drink at least 8 glasses of water today. Then the last one is take a 30 minutes walk or do an exercise, 30 minutes exercise minimum. All right, minimum of 30 minutes. And so I will look forward to hearing how today was for you. Please do the exercises. They are very important and this would help you grow. All right. Thank you for listening in and God bless you. Bye.